Okay. Hello, Facebook Live, and hello, LinkedIn. So, guys, today we're back for more. Day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas, actually the 12 days and ways of improving and expanding your practice in 2019. Happy to have you here. Thanks so much for joining, and I hope that you enjoy this video as much as I enjoy making it for you. So let's dive right in. Now, in our yesterday, what we covered was establishing target goals and then the stats that you need to know and know well in order to get you there and to know whether you're on track to do it or you're falling behind or you're ahead, right? And so we're not going to rehash everything, but that was yesterday's. And what we're doing here is we're creating 12 strategic initiatives so that we can reach our practice goals without messing up what's already working in practice, right? Without adding too much to your plate or any staff member's plate, while continuing to focus on what you do best, or what I call your superpower, improving patient experience, growing practice reputation within the community, and creating a bigger impact in your life, okay? So that sounds pretty good, right? So let's move on to number 2. So today's day 2, and this is to create a unifying message for your practice. So what does that mean? Now, in marketing circles, they'll call this a unique selling proposition, or USP, right? It's essentially something that is going to differentiate your practice from all the other chiropractors out there, right? And so it makes it easier to market your practice. It aligns all your marketing campaigns. It helps you to hone your message out to the community. And so, I was talking with a prospective client the other day, and he does basically chiro and rehab. So he's not doing neuropathy, or doesn't do functional medicine or stem cell, nothing. He's just doing straight kind of chiro and rehab. Nothing wrong with that, right? He does a high volume practice. He's very successful. He's in the top 3% in the country in terms of his revenue, and obviously he wants to go to the next level. But what we talked about for him and what I suggested for him was, hey, because he does this rehab that's like, it's like this huge machine, and it's super high tech and super expensive and blah, blah, blah. No one else has this thing, right? And it strengthens and it measures, and so they know exactly how the patient is doing in recovery. But the point being is there was no emphasis on it, right? And so I was like, well, hey, let's get you a tagline, right? A USP, so that we can set yourself apart and use in some of your marketing messages. And so what I had suggested, and I don't know if he's going to use it or not, but dynamic patient recovery, DPR. So you put that in your messaging, and it creates curiosity. So the patients are like, what is this DPR? What is this dynamic patient recovery? Like, that sounds kind of interesting. Tell me more, right? And so you can put this in practice reports, like downloadable reports on your website, where you can educate and motivate people. You can put it on your pay-per-click ads. You can put it in your newspaper ads, or your direct mail, and all this type of stuff. And so what I would recommend for you is, how are you different, right? What sets you apart? Because I'll tell you what, I pulled all these. So, when people are zigging, I like to zag. In other words, everyone's online right now in terms of marketing. Whether it's their practice or their consulting. I'm a full-time consultant, so that's what I'm marketing. But all these, boom, boom, boom. Guys, I'm not mailing thousands and thousands of pieces. I select certain, income level of doctors that I mail to. Boom, boom. Guys, there's no address for those doctors. They're out of business. That's scary, right? We spend 3 to 4 years in our learning how to be a chiropractor, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and these guys are out of business. Now, maybe some of them retired happily, and I hope that's the case, but the chances of that is that it's not. It's that they failed, that they weren't able to keep their doors open, that they had to go work for someone else or leave the profession. So when I talk about within my coaching, it's like, hey, we have 3 tenets. We got to be committed and okay with doing the work, okay? There is no 4-hour work week. Tons of consultants will try to sell you on, hey, work less and make more. I mean, sounds great and it's awesome. I mean, it's a pipe dream though, because I mean, if you look at any successful business, the CEO, the guy that started the thing, worked his ass off, right? So why would we be any different just because we're a chiropractor? No. I mean, if anything, we have to work harder because people don't understand what we do. Even though it's 2018, going on 2019, you would think people know what a chiropractor does, but they really, vast majority still don't, because we only treat like 7% of the population. I mean, goodness gracious. So the point being is, what do you do great, right? What are you really good at? And again, in my coaching, we talked about specializing. And it doesn't mean you only have to do one thing, but like, I'm a headache specialist. I'm excellent at carpal tunnel, or I'm a sports chiropractor, or whatever it is. It's like, figure out some portion of practice or an aspect of the practice that you can be a specialist in and be really, really good at, and build your unique message around that, okay? Because that's going to help you, because listen, what we think, logic will tell us, well, I want to treat everything and everybody, and then I'll get more people in. And that's the reality of that is it does not work that way. You try to be a jack of all trades and you're a master of none. And so what you want to do, instead of going wide, you want to go narrow. You want to go narrow into a specialty, a subspecialty of chiropractic, so that you can differentiate yourself, right? And so that's day 2, right? Create a unifying message for your practice, and talk with your staff about it. Talk with your patient. Hey, what do I do great? What do you like about the clinic, and all this type of stuff, and figure that out so that you can, again, set yourself apart. So that's day 2. Hope that was helpful, guys. I was talking about the 3 things. 3 things: do the work, master your marketing, and be committed to ongoing personal development and mastering your mindset, right? Because your practice will never be bigger than the vision that you have for your practice and your life, right? So that's number 3. We got to master our own mindset and be awesome at that. So, guys, I hope this has served you. I hope that you have gotten some value out of this, that you enjoyed this as much as I enjoy making these videos. I love helping, I love teaching. I want to commend you guys, because when we look at all these people going out of business, it's scary, right? And it's hard to be in business. It's hard to be successful. The stats on a small business being successful are slim. The vast majority of small businesses go out of business, right? And your chiro friends, they may talk a big game or seem that like things are great, but they may be behind on a car payment or a house mortgage or whatever, and you just don't even know. But there's a lot of doctors out there struggling. So if you feel like someone that this message would resonate with, or you feel like could be helped by this, share this video. Send them this video, right? Because then they can see the other videos, right? In these 12 days, we're going to talk about some cool stuff. It may not be earth-shattering, but we're paying the bills and we're training staff and we're keeping the lights on and getting patients better and accounting and solopreneur lifestyle, right? You do it all. Well, sometimes the building of the business gets pushed to the back, right? And you do that long enough and there will be no business, right? You'll just kind of struggle along, or you'll go out of business. So that's what I don't want. So I really commend you guys. Being a doctor, dedicating your life to serving others and helping others is noble, and so we would think that, hey, we should just have it made, but we don't. We have to work extra hard. So I commend you for that, and I recognize you for that, because I know not a lot of people do. So I recognize you for that, and I have a lot of respect for you for what you're doing. Okay, so hey, love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking this out. I hope it has been valuable to you, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 3 of these 12 days of strategic ways we can build our practice in 2019. I'm Dr. Vince. We'll see you later.